Among the major developments during the past week, 2 African artists added to 2022 World Creole Music Festival lineup, police investigating the discovery of human remains at sea, and a 29-year-old man wins a Super 6 jackpot of $700,000. I'm Christina Joseph. The details of the news in review when we return.
DBS Radio now brings to you professional and quality live streaming services for all your funerals, special occasions, and events. Contact us today at 448-3282 or 448-3283 or email us at dbsradio@cwdom.dm. DBS Radio, your new era in broadcasting. Contact us today.
Welcome back. African sensation Burna Boy was named as the headline act for the 2022 World Creole Music Festival. Burna Boy is one of 2 new artists added to the festival's lineup.
Bringing to Dominica shores and the World Creole Music Festival for the first time, African songwriter, singer, and record producer who has won a number of awards, winning most recently a Grammy Award. As our headliner, Dominica welcomes Afrobeat sensation Burna Boy. We announce another Afrobeat artist making waves. He gained widespread recognition in early 2020 from a self-produced single. We welcome to the World Creole Music Festival stage, Omar Lay.
The minister also announced that a Creole village will be staged at the Botanic Gardens leading up to the Creole Festival.
The World Creole Music Festival is going to be a world-class experience. So we invite visitors to come to Dominica to have a cultural immersion second to none for the entire month and for the week leading to the festival. We will have a Creole village in the Botanic Gardens from October 24th to 27th, which will afford patrons a great time, enjoying our local food and drinks, buying authentic Dominican products, and dancing to the rhythms of top acts. We expect the impact of the festival and fringe events this year to be epic.
Dominica will see an increase in ferry calls from the French islands and St. Lucia ahead of the Creole Music Festival. Discover Dominica's marketing manager, Kimberly King, said L'Express des Îles committed to increase calls from October 21. She also made an appeal for small properties to come on board in order to assist people in need of accommodation ahead of the World Creole Music Festival.
We are working through our booking engine, Booking Dominica, to facilitate requests for World Creole Music Festival. This can be done by logging directly into the site www.discoverdominica.com and selecting the Book a Trip button. So you're going to see that to the left-hand corner of the website. Persons can also WhatsApp customer support via 1767-651-0551 should they require any further information on booking accommodation over festival dates. Please note that properties in the Roseau area have reported either being fully booked or close to sold out, so we are encouraging persons to utilize the alternative presented to them via Booking Dominica, which I just stated. I'm also appealing to the smaller properties to come into DFC today and list and register your property with the festival's office to assist persons who are in need of accommodation.
He is a 29-year-old truck driver from Tarishpit and encountered difficulties this year. On Thursday, the life of Akel Rossi changed when his Super 6 earnings of $700,000 were presented to him.
I'd like to say thanks God for everything, and it had a certain time, I had a rough time in my life during this year. Starting a job, stopping. I used to play Lotto a lot. Many of times I felt like giving up. I used to cry a lot. 2 weeks prior before winning this ticket, I threw away all my tickets and I decided enough is enough. And one day I was just lying on my bed I just grab a pen and paper and I just write the numbers. And from Friday, I went to purchase my ticket. I went to sleep. When I wake up and I saw the results and they say a winner from ACS Pottersville, I get one instant headache. I didn't know it was me, but I know I purchased my ticket, yeah. And then when I watched my ticket, I saw as winner. Why? Nothing cannot explain the joy I had in my family and everything. And yeah, I just want to say again, thanks God for everything. Truck driver for my profession, truck driving. But I drive for people. The first thing I tell them doing is buying my own truck, start my own business. I like to invest that money. I want to sit down one day and sit down and say, well, I had to win a big money. And to help my family, since I small, I decided I want to build a house for my father. All that is possible.
Sales manager of the Dominican National Lottery, Ken George, said the contribution of the Dominican National Lottery games to the economy is substantial.
For 2022, as we speak, we have paid out $2.3 million in the Super 6 rating throughout the Windward Islands. It shows that Dominica can always win the game, and despite the notion that we believe that it's always St. Lucia or the other islands, Dominica now is leading in number of jackpot winners so far, and we have a lot more draws before the year end. We take the opportunity to encourage everyone to play our games, play the Super 6, because the Super 6 now, we support not only sports, we also support culture, because we are now sponsoring the Under-19 tournament, and we also support the Windward Island inter-school games throughout the Windward Islands.
And the health minister said the search is underway for a new chief executive officer for the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital. Trinidadian Dr. Dexter James, who took up the position of CEO in 2021, resigned. Dr. McIntyre said the process for replacement is running smoothly.
And we're in the process of getting someone new to fit into that CEO position. We've had some interviews and we're getting some good reports, some good news from some good people. So we're working feverishly on this one. Yeah, he did make some very good recommendations came from him, and we saw some really good changes taking place at the hospital. And you know, with any new authority, with any new system, you have to expect there'll be some teething issues. Everything is not going to be 100% from start off. So with him being there for the past, more than a year, almost a year and a half, we have seen some changes. We're pleased about that, and we're going to continue on that track. His resignation really doesn't deter us and derail our program of trying to provide the best healthcare at our hospital. We're going to continue on that in that direction.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit encouraged the international community to honor its climate change commitment to small island developing states. Mr. Skerrit told a meeting of CARICOM heads in the Bahamas last Wednesday that promises of funds to fight climate change have not materialized. The CARICOM heads were meeting ahead of COP27 in Egypt this November.
14 years ago in Copenhagen, they promised to make $100 billion available to us so that we can put systems in place to mitigate against the impact of climate change. This was supposed to have been materialized in 2020. We recognize, okay, we're in COVID and everybody's been affected, and they said, okay, well, we'll put it to 2023. I have had the fortune of attending several of these conferences, and at no time I ever heard anybody speaking about providing us with loans. And now we're hearing them talking about loans. And then they are bringing up conditionalities as if we're in a structural adjustment program with the IMF and talking about debt to GDP ratio. The reality is we have to get the developed world to live up to their expectations. Because if mediation does not work, then you go back to the judge and say, well, we couldn't find agreement, and therefore we have to go into open court to deliberate on this matter and let there be a decision.
Mr. Skerrit told Caribbean nationals that the fight against climate change is not only a government issue.
And that is the issue of in the Caribbean. We leave this only to governments to fight. We need the unions, we need the churches, we need the media, we need the opposition parties, we need civil society. We need all of us to join forces with the government to fight, because we're fighting for survival.
In police news, an investigation into the discovery of human remains off the coast of Vosh was opened.
On Monday, 15th August 2022, about 1 p.m., fishermen from the community of Creole discovered some remains which appeared to be human remains while at sea. The remains were found outside the coast of Vosh within a radius of 1 nautical mile from the shoreline. The apparent human remains, which have not yet been identified, were handed over to the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force via the Dominica Coast Guard and are being stored at a funeral home while investigation continues.
Police said a 73-year-old man of Vosh is still missing at sea. Huron Vidal went on a fishing expedition on August 11 and has not been seen since.
The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is continuing investigation into a report of a missing person. On Thursday, 11th August 2022, about 8 a.m., Huron Vidal, male 73 years old of Vosh, left his home and went fishing at Vosh. He was last seen fishing in the Platmapier area in Vosh. He was wearing a light blue t-shirt and a pair of brown cargo short pants. He was traveling in a small boat painted white on the outside and yellow on the inside. He has not been seen since. While some apparent human remains were recovered at sea on Monday, 15th August 2022, off the coast of Vosh, the remains have not yet been identified, and Huron Vidal is considered to be still missing. Vidal is brown skin in complexion, about 5 feet 7 inches tall, and bald-headed. Anyone having any information relative to the whereabouts of Huron Vidal is asked to contact 911 or the Creole police at telephone number 611-4642, 611-4643, or the Coast Guard base at 266-5173, the Criminal Investigations Department, or the nearest police station.
Dominica's new political party that was launched in Calabishi last Sunday promised to invest $1 million into the education of a Calabishi student. General Secretary of Team Unity Dominica, Alex Bruno, said discussion took place with the Village Council and a special committee on the selection of that student.
We have put together a director of our investor book program who is from Calabishi, and she has empaneled a group of people who are going to find the most suitable Calabishi child who will be given a scholarship, full scholarship from now until university. The value of the scholarship, we think, is $1 million, and this child will get the scholarship confirmed through the Village Council. And the scholarship is effective this school term. So whoever our advisors tell us will get a full scholarship for school from now all the way to the doctoral level. And we, Team Unity Dominica, are ready to deliver. As soon as we get the name of the deserving child from Calabishi, we will announce the child who would have been given the scholarship on the terms we have set out. We will make the money available through the village.
Bruno said Team Unity Dominica will ensure that all the people succeed and partisan politics is no longer the order of the day.
It's not a new party. We are not a splinter from any other party. We are a serious plan to unite, organize, strategize around a progressive electoral agenda on the terms of the people. The people have spoken and we have stepped up. The idea of personality politics should be replaced with ideology politics. It is time that we identify our best strengths and work together. The political gamesmanship must end in order that real progress begin. And TUD provides the venue for this to happen. I step up, we step up to represent the cause of unity and progress. And we hope that you will step up with us.
The National Cooperative Credit Union granted 19 scholarships to students who will begin their secondary school journey in September, and former president of the NCCU, Dexter Ducre, said he's honored to have a scholarship of the NCCU named after him.
When Mr. Irish called me about this merit scholarship, I was sort of taken back and said, listen, for what I can recall is these scholarships were for very old people or those who are dead. So I'm saying, which one am I? I'm alive for sure. So it must be the other one. I was sort of worried. So I said, maybe he made a mistake. But when an employee called me recently, I said, okay, she's very serious. Okay. But then when I came here, I got more frightened because I went down the list as I was concerned that I would see very old or dead. I say, okay, I'm alive, so I must be very old. But again, I thank the institutions for recognizing me.
The Dominica Electricity Services Limited, DOMLEC, this year awarded scholarships to 4 students to attend secondary school in September. Curry Zogaro from the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School, who will attend the Portsmouth Secondary, and Fabrice Moyes of the Convent Prep, set to attend the St. Mary's Academy, are the students of DOMLEC employees, while Alani Dover of the St. Martin's Primary School, who will attend the Convent High School, and Dermani Robin of the Ebenezer SDA Primary School, who will attend the Dominica Grammar School, were the students selected from the applications received from the public. The scholarships are for a duration of 5 years and covers the cost of books, stationery, transportation allowance, and examination fees. Acting Assistant Chief Education Officer Robert Geist said a draft Civics module into Dominican schools has been long in the making. The Civics module is set to be incorporated within the Social Studies curriculum beginning this school year. Geist said incorporating civics back into the schools will help foster a love for country.
We find too often our children, not even just our children, our adults or young adults, they seem to forget about the love for country. They seem to forget about helping each other. They turn to violence. They turn to everything. If we develop the civics curriculum, if we develop a sense of civic responsibilities in our students at an early age, we believe that we will have a better Dominica. Students, children, young adults who are more who love the country, who are more willing to help, who are willing to understand each other, tolerate each other, and so on. But we're hoping that by September, October, we should have at least the first draft.
President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre, hailed the Michigan-based Vosh eye care program. The program has provided eye care services to Dominicans over the last 27 years. The program, coordinated through the Rotary Club of Dominica, provided services to residents of the Roseau area at the Goodwill Parish Hall this week.
I must say it is a tremendously wonderful and helpful program, because every year hundreds of people, sometimes more than 1,000, come in to have their eyes checked, and some receive prescription glasses, others are referred to the ophthalmologic or the eye clinic at the hospital if they require surgery. People come, they want to be screened, and some people are very happy for the glasses which they get, because I think it costs $25 for a pair of glasses. And so getting it for $25 is an extremely helpful undertaking to those who have poor eyesight and can't afford the normal standard cost of glasses. So all in all, I think it's a wonderful thing.
Genevieve Roll, president of the Rotary Club of Dominica, spoke of the club's role in the program.
It's a collaborative effort through the Rotary Club of Dominica and the government of Dominica, by extension, more particularly the Ministry of Health. And pretty much the Vosh has been geared on serving delivering quality eye care to the citizens of this country for that period amount of time, and we have served thousands of citizens over the past years. It's something that I know the citizens of this country look forward to, being able to provide that service as Rotarians, because as many would know, Rotary is about humanitarian services. That's what we do, that's what we provide. We are known to be busy people, professionals in various capacities who come together and provide these type of services for the lesser fortunate, to more specifically in our communities. It's a bit different, I should say, this year, given the pandemic. It's still ongoing, and to be cautious and to ensure that everyone is still safe and proper safety. Of course, the clinics are usually more massive in terms of the people that we accommodate on a given day. But I can say that we probably try to downsize that in total over the 4-day period to about 800 people. It might run about 2,900 max. But in years previous to that, we would have probably been seeing over 1,600 individuals over the period of the 4 days that they would have been here on island.
Meanwhile, patients who received eye care from the Vosh program said they were grateful for the opportunity.
I'm happy that the Tosh people is here, so it helps me to get my new glasses, which I'm wearing right now.
Oh, so what were you able to do inside there? What did they do for you this morning?
Well, they did run the tests and so on, take your pressure, your blood sugar and everything, and then it was good.
Well, I mean, I appreciate everything. And for Dominica, I think this is a positive thing for Dominica. And with what I myself, I have cataract in this one, I don't see nothing, and a cataract starting to grow in that one. They give me a glasses still, but according to what the doctor said, I have to make an operation in my eye.
Well, when I came at the parish hall, it was properly organized. We had to wait outside, sitting, and they call us by turn to get in, which I highly appreciated. You don't have to stay too long. And then we went inside, and they test us, ask us what's our name, show us 1 or 2 letters on the board. We had to tell them what word it is, if it's A, if it's O. The smaller ones that you cannot see, then they tell you, okay, move aside, and they take you to the other doctor, and the doctor ask you, what is your problem? And you tell him, what is your problem with your eye? So then I did explain to him what is my problem with my eye, and then he told me, okay, he sent me to another doctor, which the doctor told me my eye don't have so much in it. Is that when the sun is hot, I have to move out of the sun. So they gave me 2 glasses, one that I can read and one for the sun, which I highly appreciated. And I appreciate that they came to Dominica, because I had to go to a doctor to check on my eyes, because I'm 65 years of age and my eyes started troubling me, because I'm a farmer and I work on the farm whatever time.
So it's a good experience for you?
It's very good, it's very good. And I appreciate whoever sent for them to Dominica. It's been the government. I highly appreciate what they did for the people of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
Well, the service was good, really satisfactory, and I can't say anything. I can't say nothing, really. It was good. The people treated was good, things go as it had to. And that's it.
So you feel better right now?
Yes, I feel better because I have a glasses now, so I feel better.
They do an excellent job.
And what were they able to do for you?
Well, I come to check out my eye. The sun is giving it a little damage. It have a little damage in it at the back of it. But she tell me it's not too bad. It is in between, so she give me a sunglasses just to try to protect it for the moment. But otherwise, it is okay.
So you feel good about that?
Yes, it is good.
That is a plus for DA.
What did you have to do inside this morning?
Not much. They just inspect my eye, ask me some questions, and take my pressure. And that was it.
How do you feel now after this examination?
No, well, much better. The doctor told me I have a little cataract, but nothing to frighten about. So, but I feeling much better. They give me the glasses they give me and the shades. I feel comfortable with it.
Dominican pharmacist Carlton Langdo excelled at the Caribbean Pharmacist Awards in Guyana. Rick Blaise was also named Caribbean Pharmacy Youth Leader.
And it's actually for a pharmacist that is still a youth, but has been giving exemplary service. And he actually won that award. And for me, I placed second, the biggest award, which is the Caribbean Pharmacist of the Year award. I got the second position in that award. We are very delighted. It is actually my fifth regional award. So I continue to really give my all in terms of health and wellness to Dominica. And it's just a pleasure, giving back to humanity.
And the Fresh Market Pharmacy also excelled at the awards. Pharmacist Israel Fontaine said it was an honor for the pharmacy to have been recognized.
We received the second place in the Caribbean Sigma Business Award for 2022, and it was indeed an honor that the work of Fresh Market Pharmacy was recognized by the Caribbean Association of Pharmacy. It's an award that is awarded to a pharmacy that epitomizes the best of the pharmacy business culture. This center of excellence must provide the setting, service and support for community in keeping with the high goals of a pharmacy.
Dominica is making amendments to 3 pieces of legislation in Parliament tomorrow. Attorney General Levi Peters said the amendments are to strengthen the country's systems in the fight against money laundering and financing of terrorism. President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre, called on the Republic of Indonesia to cooperate with Dominica in the area of geothermal electricity. Mr. Savre made the call last weekend as the new ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Dominica. His Excellency Dr. Imam Edi Mulyono presented his letter of credence to President Savre. Mr. Savre said Dominica has made significant strides in its quest to develop the geothermal resources in an effort to reduce the country's dependency on fossil fuel for the generation of electricity. According to the president, the country's geothermal reservoirs have the capacity to ensure the ability to not only provide 100% of its electricity needs, but to export geothermal electricity to its closest neighbors, Martinique and Guadeloupe. He said Dominica would like to draw on Indonesia's considerable experience and expertise in that regard. The Republic of Indonesia has the largest economy in Southeast Asia and is a major exporter of oil and gas and has a wealth of expertise in geothermal generation, agriculture, tourism, and culture. And efforts are progressing towards having the Padu power station restored before the end of this year. Extensive work is being undertaken on the plant, with engineers set to arrive in Dominica within the next week to further assist. President of the Community Hostel Inc., the Grotto Home for the Homeless, Ainsworth Irish, has called on Dominicans to contribute towards meeting the costs of the day-to-day operations of the institution. Irish said funding to the home will address a lot of the challenges which are being faced.
The Grotto Home, for instance, we've been going for a little challenge in terms of financial support, but of course we have made representation to the government of Dominica, and I'm sure before long we'll get some sort of support. We have 40 residents at the Grotto Home for the Homeless. To give 3 hot meals, we get an annual subvention from government, and we get some things from other persons, but even then, that in itself always brings a shortfall. But of course, these people, they have really worked, they're elderly, they need the support, they're homeless, and certainly if any cash and kind that can come in will help. Sometimes it's really frustrating because when you see, you have your bills to pay, you have your medical bills, you have your food to purchase and so on, and you have these people, you cannot have them starving. But I must say the government have been doing what they can. I would really like to see a little more, and I can only hope that before long we'll get some additional support.
We now join Leila Langford for this week's entertainment segment.
In this week's entertainment segment, we are joined by DJ Smooth, and we heard that DJ Smooth has some big news for us on the entertainment scene in Dominica. Can you tell us what is happening with DJ Smooth in terms of rhythm?
Well, a lot of people know me as DJing, but I've also started dabbling into production now. So in going into production, I have been working with G-Rated Studios with my boy Nutcase. And we have been putting together a movement called Kubalibad, which is basically the unifying of all of Dominica's dancehall and reggae artists coming together, working together on rhythms, getting all the producers together, and basically getting everybody together under one umbrella that everybody can basically relate to.
Okay, so you said that you all are trying to bring dancehall artists and reggae artists together. In terms of rhythm, is there something you want to tell us?
Yes, we have 2 new rhythms coming out. We have the Cool Vibes rhythm, which is coming out very, very soon. As a matter of fact, we're releasing 2 rhythms back to back. We're releasing the Cool Vibes rhythm, and we are also releasing the Too Much Talk rhythm. So you guys definitely got to check that out. Coming out back to back, gonna be available on all streaming platforms. As a matter of fact, we've already been releasing rhythm. We have the Sweetness rhythm, the Ghetto Voice rhythm. We have the Countdown rhythm, which are rhythms that we've been releasing since last year up until about a couple months ago. We released the Sweetness rhythm, and all of them are available on every single streaming platform: Spotify, iTunes, just name it. You can get it, YouTube, whatever you want. We got you covered.
Okay, can you tell us, is there any artists already featured on the 2 rhythms that is being dropped?
Yes, as a matter of fact, featuring on these 2 rhythms, we have Nutcase, we have Superline on the rhythm, we also have Vader. Want to say big shout goes out to the VFC crew, and we also have an artist that we haven't heard from in a while. We also have Amar Moses, originally from Dominica, and everybody that we've been working with is from Dominica, and we've been trying to get in contact with artists that are actually out of Dominica, because Amar's not based here. We also have an artist that we're working with from the VI, which is actually Dominican artist, but based in the VI. So we're basically trying to get everybody together. We have Trizzy as well on one of the rhythms. He's also based in the States. He recently did a collaboration with Munga Honorable.
So you heard it, guys. There are 2 rhythms being dropped. Stay tuned. Make sure that you stay tuned, listen, get the local artists on board, you know already. And yes, so this is the entertainment segment for us this week. Be sure to tune in to our entertainment segment next week to see which artist or DJ or musician, entertainer is being featured. So stay tuned. That's Layla Langford signing out.
That's all for us on this week's DBS News in Review. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as on our website, www.dbcradio.net for more news. On behalf of the entire team here at DBS, I'm Christina Joseph. Good evening.
DBS Radio now brings to you professional and quality live streaming services for all your funerals, special occasions, and events. Contact us today at 448-3282 or 448-3283 or email us at dbsradio@cwdom.dm. DBS Radio, your new era in broadcasting. Contact us today.